The strongest grid in MotoGP history, and here is the grid. We start with Dovizioso in pole.
Andrea Dovizioso, third pole position of his MotoGP career, ahead of Dani Pedrosa and Marc Marquez on the front row. Andrea Iannone also on the second row in fourth.
There we are, Bradley Smith, Valentino Rossi, Danilo Petrucci, row 3, row 4. Pol Espargaro, his brother Aleix Espargaro, and Cal Crutchlow, despite that crash in qualifying.
Rookie Maverick Vinales in 13th, Scott Redding 14th, Hector Barbera on row 5. Demeglio Hayden and Stefan Bradl, the German, completes row 6.
Row 7, Eugene Lafferty on his debut, Karel Abram and Alvaro Bautista. Row 8, Jack Miller, Loris Baz and Alex De Angelis.
And on his own on row 9, number 33, Marco Melandri, back in MotoGP for the first time since 2010.
The final sighting lap before the new season gets underway. There is the front row of the grid. There is the tyre choice.
Confirmation there of the tyre choices. Andrea Dovizioso, Dani Pedrosa and Marc Marquez all opting for that medium compound front slick. They're all on the medium rear. So they're all on the same tyres. All the guys in the front row of the grid have gone for the same tyre options. Dovizioso just about to pull away on this warm-up lap. We're moments away from the start of the 2015 MotoGP World Championship.
The riders stream away down towards turn 1. Good evening to you. I'm Nick Harris, sitting alongside me, Matt Burt. Down in pit lane, Dylan Gray. How is it down there, Dylan?
Oh, absolutely perfect conditions. There's so much excitement here. It's really, really buzzing. People just want to get going, and it's a good, absolutely fantastic conditions to go racing. One thing that is going to be really interesting, we saw the tyre graphic, medium front, medium rear, but have a look behind. The likes of Valentino Rossi, Bradley Smith, they are opting with the harder option front. So are some of the other guys. So depending on whether the temperature drops during the race, that could have a bit of an effect.
Always a bit of intrigue, isn't there, over tyre choice in MotoGP? And once again, that is going to be a big, big talking point. There is a Lorenzo. Remember, he crashed out on the very first lap last year. Marquez going through. Stefan Bradl could have won the race last year, making his Yamaha debut. There's so many stories to relate here, but the big story so far is all about Ducati and Andrea Dovizioso. We're in Qatar. It's the opening round of the MotoGP World Championship under the floodlights. Good evening, I'm Nick Harris. Alongside me is Matt Burt, and down in pit lane it is Dylan Gray. What a race this is going to be. We have a Ducati with Andrea Dovizioso in pole position. Can Marc Marquez fight off the challenge of the Ducati? What is Dani Pedrosa going to do alongside him on the front row of the grid? And how are the Yamahas going to fare? You can answer all that in one go, Matt. You're a better man than I am.
Well, we'll find out, Nick, over the next 45 minutes or so. The riders come to the grid for the first race of the 2015 MotoGP World Championship.
They line up. This is the moment we have been waiting for since November. This is the moment Ducati have been waiting for 5 long years. 22 laps of the Losail International Circuit. Round 1 of the 18-round 2015 MotoGP World Championship. Dovizioso, Pedrosa and Marquez. We are underway 2015.
Dovizioso got away well, so did Dani Pedrosa from the centre of the front row. It's a great start by number 4, Andrea Dovizioso. He's going to lead the field into the first corner with Bradley Smith coming up beside the top 3.
Yeah, great start by Bradley Smith. And somebody having to sit up
Marquez.
there.
Marc Marquez is at the back of the field, Nick. He ran off at the first corner.
Marquez in big trouble. The Dovizioso and the Ducati lead the way. Well, Marc Marquez had to really sit up going into turn 1. Jorge Lorenzo in second place.
Well, it was drama on the opening lap of the season in 2014 for Jorge Lorenzo. This time around, it's Marc Marquez, the world champion, at the back of the field. A run-off at the first corner. We'll await a replay to see exactly what happened. There is Marquez now, siding his way through the field. He picks up Alvaro Bautista at turn 6. Marquez on a mission, but he's got to be. He's way down the field.
Oh, what an opening for Marc Marquez. What an opening for Andrea Dovizioso. He has put the Ducati at the front. What a start by Jorge Lorenzo from the second row of the grid.
Bad start for Valentino Rossi. Rossi dropped a couple of places back down to 10th. As you say, Nick, Lorenzo got a great start from 6th. He's putting the pressure on Andrea Dovizioso. It's Iannone in 3rd.
So, super stuff for Ducati. Great start from Bradley Smith, as you say. Much, much better for Yamaha than we thought it was going to be with Jorge Lorenzo. Lorenzo now tailing Dovizioso. Will he let him run at the front? What about Iannone? He's not a man that likes to hang around in 3rd place. Just the start we wanted, apart from Marc Marquez. Lorenzo thinks about it, first time in to turn 16. Iannone right behind him. Look at the grunt of the Ducatis now against the Yamahas.
Dovizioso coming down the start-finish straight to complete a dramatic first lap. Dovizioso Ducati, Lorenzo Yamaha, Iannone Ducati, Yoni Hernandez in 4th with Bradley Smith and Pol Espargaro in 6th place.
Lorenzo did an excellent job there to hang on to that rear wheel of Andrea Dovizioso, and Iannone wasn't able to come through. They come through turn 2, up now towards turn 3. Ducati versus Yamaha. Crossing the line, Marc Marquez. Yes, Marc Marquez was down in 17th place, and it looks like a retirement or into the pits for Alvaro Bautista on the Aprilia.
What a disastrous start to the season for Repsol Honda. Marc Marquez ran off at the first corner, dropped right to the back of the field, and Dani Pedrosa, who looked like he got a pretty clean getaway from 2nd on the grid. Pedrosa has dropped back to 9th. He's trying to make his way by Danilo Petrucci as Dovizioso coming under more pressure from Jorge Lorenzo on lap 2.
What a funny old game this is. There was Yamaha and all those big problems, and we've got Pol Espargaro, Bradley Smith, and we've got Jorge Lorenzo right in there, meeting head-on the Ducatis, and the two Hondas in big, big trouble.
Lorenzo swarming all over the back wheel of Andrea Dovizioso's new Ducati GP15. Lorenzo's going to attack, going into turn 12. Lorenzo makes the pass stick. Classic Jorge Lorenzo move. He takes the lead on lap 2.
Jorge Lorenzo, remember, crashed out in the race last year on the first lap. He has got a great record here. We ride with him, right in his face, the number 4, the GP15 Ducati of Andrea Dovizioso. Welcome back, MotoGP. We've missed you so, so much.
We ride on board with Marc Marquez. The world champion climbed back up to 14th. He's just passed Scott Redding going into this final corner to complete turn 2. But Marquez is 3.9 seconds back of the race leader who's just crossed the line, Jorge Lorenzo.
Lorenzo leads the way, the two Ducatis behind him. Then just a little bit of a gap. Yoni Hernandez coming under pressure from Bradley Smith. Well, the two Tech 3 Yamahas of Bradley